Good morning, folks. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. It just seems like last month we were in the beautiful Blue Mountains at the AGM, so quickly has become upon us in this year's AGM, and it's nice to see some new faces this year and some familiar faces, and look forward to meeting some newer people again this year, and there's also some very long faces in the crowd this morning, and must have a lot of Habs fans in the audience, and my condolences to their loss last night. But rest assured, you can know how our Western counterparts feel. Their teams even make the playoffs this year. So, anyways, I'll get into my presentation here. Anyways, thank you, President Morley. Thank you, everyone. Again, my name is Greg Miller. I'm the VP of IETO. I'm also the chair of the Government Relations Committee. I'll give you an overview of what we've done and what that committee is all about. Government relations activities include monitoring and responding to qualified persons' issues as they arise in order to support our members and follow up on information required in common areas of interest. A priority established by OACETT Council is to advance a comprehensive government relations effort. There is a general desire to make a larger footprint at Queen's Park and at the riding level to advance our members' interest. In the past few months, contact has been made with the 15 MPPs. There's 107 in total. The Government Relations Committee continues to recruit and train members for the MPP Link initiative. 2 MPP Link webinars were presented last week that familiarized participants with OACETT government relations issues. The committee closely monitors legislative activities of the government and other organizations to ensure OACETT members who are qualified to perform job-related skills in the workplace are not denied rights that are important to their careers and their livelihood. Periodically, meetings are held with other organizations such as the Ontario Building Officials Association and the Ontario Colleges of Trades to share information and work toward common goals. As well, ladies and gentlemen, presentations are made on topics that are important to members to ensure they are kept up to date on critical industry trends and standards. For example, pre-start health and safety reviews and wastewater and water treatment. Moving on to the activities under the IETO board or the Institute of Engineering Technology of Ontario. I'll briefly give you an overview of those and the initiatives that we're doing that tie into our new strategic plan. The professional practice exam. It makes sense for OACETT as the Association for Technicians and Technology to embrace technology. After all, we are the technology professionals of Ontario. In terms of the professional practice exam, we are moving from exams available 4 times a year at designated exam locations to writing anywhere in the world, 365 days of the year, any time of the day. That's pretty awesome. That is moving towards a successful association and advancing our technology as professionals. We're also moving from being invigilated by a classroom invigilator to a virtual online invigilator. The candidate will need a computer, internet connection, and a webcam. And again, technical support for that will be available 365 days a year, anytime, anywhere in the world. This new and improved method will be available coming this midsummer. We're quite excited about this, and this will be no extra cost to the exam candidate. A synchronized exam for scheduled delivery at colleges will continue as they are presently, and the PPE study manual will be available as a streaming ebook. Members can also download and save to their computer, print, bookmark, and more. There will also be an option to buy a CD of the ebook as well. The study manual will now also have 2 additional chapters dealing with workplace legislation and IETO, and existing information has been updated. So it's been over 10 years since the PPE exam has been updated. We struck a committee And we are working through this, and we're very excited to implement this summer, as I mentioned. And also the PPE online seminar program has also been updated. Moving on to special initiatives, we have been involved in two very special initiatives that I'm pleased to provide you with an overview this morning. We have implemented a new program for engineer trained professionals who have landed in Canada on or after March 1st of this year. They are eligible to apply for the new Canadian application offer if they apply within 12 months of arriving in Canada. Eligible internationally trained professionals will have their OACETT application for certification fee waived, which would mean a savings of $220 for those individuals. We will be reviewing this program after 1 year, but I think this will be a very popular and successful program for those. In addition to that, the OACETT Technology Transfer Grant Program strives to promote and enhance excellence in engineering technology, education, and technology transfer with direct benefits to students and industry. Financial assistance will be provided to Ontario College faculty, teaching engineering and applied science programs recognized by OACETT, and will be funding those to attend a conference, workshop, seminars, etc., in relation to their discipline. We received 6 expressions of interest in this regard, and the committee, which we struck for this, has already awarded the grant to Mohawk, Conestoga, Sheridan, and Georgian College. In an effort to maximize objectivity and efficiency and allow member application participation province-wide, the IETO board is going paperless in its file certification review process. The system is being designed to eliminate subjectivity as much as possible, and this will enhance objectivity, impartiality, and transparency in our assessments for certification. The current paper files will be replaced with online digital data so that admissions committee members, which are those people that assess applicant files, can access files from home for the review 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The online system will provide a secure place where electronic files are stored and reviewers can assess them, and applicable security measures will be in place. So no longer will we be storing our files in the basement of our head office. They're dusty and so forth, so it'll be a lot safer for our staff to access as well. Why are you laughing? Regulatory compliance. At OACETT, we employ best practices for our registration and certification process and to ensure that we are in compliance with human rights codes and mandates by the Ontario Human Rights Commission in the Office of the Fairness Commissioner. The Ontario Human Rights Commission recently introduced a policy on removal of the Canadian work experience requirement. The Commission's position is that a strict requirement for Canadian experience is discriminatory on its face and can only be used in limited circumstances. So IETO has struck a committee, and that is the 1-year Canadian Work Experience Committee. We've looked at this requirement which has been applied as a catch-all phrase to ensure applicants demonstrate a facility with the working language of the discipline and the standards and practices of the discipline in which certification is sought. So again, a committee has been struck, and that is being represented by IETO board members, industry, colleges, and essentially that's been formed to develop a strategy about how to meet these requirements of the Ontario Human Rights Commission. The Office of the Fairness Commissioner regulators are accountable for ensuring that registration practices are fair, objective, partial, and transparent. A fair registration practice report is submitted to the OFC annually. The OSC issues an action plan, and asks for compliance within strict timeframes. And IETO are currently working on 2 action items as a result of that. The Fair Access to Regulated Professions and Compulsory Trades Act 2006 and Training, otherwise known as the FAR-PACTA Act, and clarifying the relationships between the prior learning assessment recognition and self-assessment, or otherwise known as PLAR. The OFC has mandated FAR-PACTA training for all IETO Admissions Committee members, reviewers of technology reports and technical exams, and all registration staff. And the OFC is facilitating this training. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to take the opportunity once again to thank OACETT staff. They're the ones that do all the hard work to make us look good, so please go up to them and thank them for doing an awesome job this year's AGM.